Gemini, welcome to your reading. So we're going to dive right in and get your current energy. What's influencing you? What do you need to focus on? And your past? Your strength? Your near future? What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? Your hopes or fears? And your potential outcome? And so this video is available on TikTok at Tarot with Michelle and on YouTube and Rumble, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. And so looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Empress energy. And so the Empress, it's Venus. So it rules relationships, but it's also what you love and value. And it feels like it's connected to you. There's something about you right now that you're really focused on. Because I'm picking up some sort of healing with this as well. So there's something here within you that you want to address because you do love and value yourself. You recognize that there's something significant that's happening that might be holding you back or preventing you from really moving forward in that free kind of lighthearted way that you want to move forward. So in your current energy here, I am getting the Knight of Pentacles. It's connected to this. And so the Knight of Pentacles is you figuring things out. It's a student kind of energy where you're gathering information. You're identifying, okay, this is what I need. This is what I want long term. And so how do I make all of this work? Because what you're influenced by is the Nine of Cups here. And so you're focused on achieving results, achieving your goals and dreams here. And so it's taking your time, being methodical, strategic, planning things out. And what the universe wants you to focus on here with the Page of Swords is clarity. It's asking all of those detailed questions, identifying what is happening here. What is it that you need to focus on from a long-term standpoint, these long-term goals? And when you start thinking about all of the goals and the dreams that you have, and you start kind of imagining yourself in that life, what would it be like to have this? What would it be like to live in this kind of environment, whatever it is? And so when you think about it from that perspective with that Page of Swords, it's okay, now take the steps back to where you are now. What needs to change? What do you need to grow through in order to achieve that? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like growth, something here that you need to grow through in order to achieve the results that you want. When I look at the past here, I'm getting the Seven of Swords, and what I'm getting here is self-delusion. And so it is a card of lies, manipulation, deceit, but it feels like you aren't seeing things clearly. And so this is what's triggering all of the current energy, is that you are trying to identify what is going to be in your best interest moving forward. You're not interested in getting partial truths or only seeing partial things. You really want the whole picture here. The Ten of Wands is coming through as a strength, and the Ten of Wands is a lot of burdens and responsibilities, but this is you doing the work. It's figuring it all out, planning for your future. You're not one to shy away from work at all. It feels like you're going to get right down into the weeds. You're going to identify, okay, this is what I need to work through. This is how I do it. And this is how I achieve the results that I want. That's what I'm getting here with the Ten of Wands. So it feels like a lot of upfront work, but it's going to pay off bigger and better later on. And so in the near future with the Eight of Cups, this is you walking away from anything that doesn't serve. So there is going to be some progress that's made. And so right now you're kind of being very strategic and methodical in your approach. And so part of that is you're just going to keep moving forward. But I am picking up some pretty slow movement here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. These are not fast moving energies. You're taking your time. You're not interested in rushing through this entire process, more because you want to get it right. You want to make sure that you're doing everything the right way so that you're not repeating any kind of lessons or anything like that. So when I look at how the universe is shaping the situation here, I am getting the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Cups. This is what you're working through. The Nine of Swords, any kind of stress or fear around a new beginning, going after something here that you want. Now, this could be in a romantic sense, so engaging in a relationship. There might be fears or some sort of stress around this, some sort of anxiety that you might be experiencing, but this is something that you really want for yourself. And so what you're doing is you're putting in all the work now so that you can have this. Seven of Wands is you advocating for yourself. It's standing up and pushing back against anything here that is going to hold you back, even the internal kind of blocks that you have in place. It's pushing through those. It's finding a way to really identify and work through them. Because what you want here is the Fool. You want a new start, a new beginning, something that is very different than what you've experienced here in the past. And then showing up here in your potential outcome, I had the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior, but it feels like what you're doing, if you look at him, he took down one of the wands. You're deconstructing the barriers that you've put in place. You're working through whatever this wound is. Let's go through and get more information here. So tell me about the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So I'm actually getting something here on this side, and I don't usually get something on this side, but I'm getting something. This is my left side, and I realize it's going to be on your right side, but it almost feels like it's right here. There's like messages coming through. I'm getting some sort of energy coming through here. So you might want to look into that if you are experiencing something similar. There's messages coming through. So tell me about the Knight of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups. The Fool. You really are focused on a new beginning, but that requires you to put the effort in now to make the necessary adjustments to be able to move forward. You're doing it. You're going to. Tell me about the Page of Swords. The Chariot with the Seven of Wands. So all of the pushing back, working through this, fighting against it, you're going to have a lot of success here with that Chariot card. There's going to be forward movement. You're not going to stop until you get all the way down into the details on this and identifying what is taking place so that you can actively work through it and move on. You're going to be successful with it. Tell me about that Seven of Swords in the past. Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is long-term emotional fulfillment. It's a card of marriage. And so this could have been a marriage that you were in, and recognizing that there was something here that maybe you were holding yourself back or something along those lines. These are the kinds of adjustments that you're making. If it's not that like a specific relationship here that you were in that you're now kind of working through, it feels like it's connected to marriage in some way. Either the way that you viewed marriage, the way that you viewed yourself in a marriage relationship, it's the long-term happiness that you were looking for. You were seeing it one way, but the reality was different. And so you're reconciling the two. And part of that is healing something internal to you. Some sort of old wound is being healed here. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. Nine of Cups. You're working towards your goals and dreams. You're not going to give up until you get there. And I don't get that you will need to give up. I'm seeing a lot of success. Keep pushing through. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Four of Wands. You're moving in the direction of the kind of relationship that you're looking for. Four of Wands is another marriage card, just like the Ten of Cups here. And so this is about moving in the direction of something stable, a reason to celebrate, a lot of happiness here. Tell me about that Nine of Swords here with the Ace of Cups. The Moon. The Moon is all about your emotions. So whatever this is, it's a deep-seated wound. And this may be from childhood or maybe the early days of dating. It could even be the early times within a specific connection. But I'm getting the sense here that the awareness is there, the digging in and really getting down into the root cause of this so that you can properly identify, figure out what you need to do in order to work through and heal from it. I'm definitely getting the sense that you're going to be putting in the effort here to work through it. And it's because ultimately you want to be happy. You want the life that you have kind of in your mind for yourself. And so what you're trying to do is really align with that path. Tell me about the Seven of Wands here. Nine of Swords. You're going to push through any stress, fear, anxiety that you're experiencing around achieving your goals. This is not an instance where you're going to accept, okay, this is just how it is. I'm not getting that at all. I'm getting the exact opposite. No, it's not just how it is. It can be better. And I want better and I deserve better. And you're going to push through. That's what I'm picking up. So with the Fool here, I'm getting the King of Wands. You want to take some sort of action that leads to a new beginning. You are. taking the action that leads to a new beginning here, something very different than the past. It's healing. It's letting go. Tell me about that Nine of Wands. Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands here, you're taking all the necessary action. The way that I see this playing out over the next week is that you're really digging deep to identify what the source is of this kind of wound that you need to heal. And you start taking some steps to really start working through it. That's how I see this playing out for you. I love this. So Gemini, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.